the first proof that we have a soul is the fact that we're alive. Because we see that when a person passes away, so everything is still there, yet the person is gone. So where did the person go? Who is the person? He's gone, but there's a body there. So it's interesting, the Chazal, the rabbis teach us that the body is not called the person per se, but the flesh of the person, basar adam, the external part of the person is the body. So what's the essence of the person? It's the soul within. Now, we can't physically see it, but we can see that it's real because when a person's alive, we know that the soul is what's animating the body. It's what's giving it the life, making it move, the brain power. All of that is coming from the soul within. And once the soul is gone, then we see that there's just a body and that's time for him to be buried. Now, the beautiful relationship between body and soul is expressed in a very odd place, I guess, on some level. But we should appreciate that everything that we hear in the Torah, all of the stories of the Bible are really stories that really happen on many levels. And with that in mind, we could appreciate Avraham and Sarah, that were married in the beginning, that started Jewish people. They gave birth to Yitzchak. So on a deeper level, there's an idea that Avraham and Sarah represent body and soul. And it's very interesting because when Sarah dies, she represents the body. And it says that Avraham cried over Sarah. And so according to the Zohar, from a Kabbalistic perspective, we're taught that the soul mourns over the parting. When the soul has to leave the body and go to heaven, so it's not a happy moment in that separating from the body, because what is the union of body and soul? It's unbelievable eternal partnership. Together, body and soul build the eternal life that is awaiting us. Without a body, mitzvot cannot be done. Essentially, fulfilling the real will of God cannot be done without a body. Now, a body on its own also cannot fulfill these mitzvot. It needs the soul. So together, body and soul fulfill the purpose of creation. When body and soul come together and function on that level and accomplish the true goal of life, that is an eternal union that has been formed and will exist forever. Unfortunately, because of the shortcomings of the world, of where we are in the bigger picture of life, we have not merited the eternal resurrection of the dead and the days of Mashiach and this perfect world that we are hopefully will see soon. So there's a temporary pause in this unbelievable relationship formed by both body and soul coming into this world and doing mitzvot, doing the will of God, is that they have to separate. But that's not a permanent separation. It's a temporary separation. Body, unfortunately, is buried 6 feet under, and the soul goes to a place called Gan Eden, a place for souls to be in the meantime. And this is very sad on some level. Think about it. This unbelievable union, faithful one to the other for their entire life, have to split up, and the body is buried underground, and the soul is in a good place, but the body is not in a good place. This is all the result of the original sin of man and subsequent sins. We're really here fixing the blemish and damage caused, and that's the real purpose that we put body and soul together, is to fix that initial damage and blemish that's there, and ultimately when that's going to be completely fixed, then there'll be the perfect union of body and soul for all eternity. As a matter of fact, this is not only Kabbalistic. The Mishnah in the Gemara says that that every Jew, Kol Yisrael yesh lahem chelek olam haba, every Jew has a portion in the world to come. Bartanura, the classic commentator on Mishnah, says there that that's not talking about Gan Eden. That's talking about when all souls will return to their bodies and everyone will awaken again, the resurrection of the dead, and live eternally, souls and bodies back together. And this is really the deep appreciation of what it means that Avraham, the soul, is crying over Sarah, the body, that is being pulled away and buried for the time being until we merit the end of days.